What's up, guys? Hopefully I'm streaming now. Should be. Actually, I am. Hold on a minute, sorry. So their timer just skipped about 20 minutes, so that kind of took me by surprise. I had a video, but I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. It looks like you can. Or am I streaming? Okay, yeah, I'm streaming. And buffering. Okay, so let me change this. Not like that's going to help the buffering. So, are you guys ready to watch a dragon fly up to the heavens? Almost like a sign that we were foretold. I could probably read that verse about that. Sorry, I'm not prepared. In Revelation 12, there was a sign that John saw, a wonder in heaven that John saw, and it was a woman clothed with the sun. I'll just read it. And there, excuse me, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven. Oops, let me get sorry. A woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. Actually, I gotta kill this music. Sorry, guys. I can't tell how loud that is or not. So I'm gonna start over. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. So that was something John saw up in the sky. And then he sees something else. In verse 3, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So what we're going to watch tonight is SpaceX is going to attempt to lift Dragon up into the heavens, into the firmament, as some would say. And they're going to do it with a rocket called the Falcon 9, which is a 2-stage rocket. And the first stage, which is the biggest part of the rocket, falls back to the earth and then uses thrust, like fire, uses thrust to arrest its supersonic velocity coming down on the earth for a soft landing. Just like in Revelation 13, verse 11 through 14, or 13. This is John's testimony now. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, which I think is the shuttle, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Did you notice that he saw something coming up out of the earth? And then, oh, here we go. So just pay attention to those verses. The dragon's tail is probably the bottom part of the dragon, right? Or I don't know. Oh, look at that. It raised itself up on one side. There's fire coming down from heaven. All right. We will go to the video now. Full screen. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the sound back on, though. All right, guys. I'll come back when this launch goes to CGI. Okay, I'm hearing you or seeing you guys in the chat about the sound, and they're just saying a bunch of stuff. Dragon this, dragon that, dragon in heaven this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why there's no sound. There should be sound. Because if we look at my check this out. Hold on. Let me turn the sound back on. So, whoops. So see when I turn the audio capture, so I wonder if there's some other setting. Still no sound, huh? Or you guys can hear me though, right? I'm waiting to see in the chat. Because if you guys can't hear me, that's also a problem. Okay, thank you, Anthony. So if I go like this, whoops, you can't hear that? Do you guys hear her talking? Like the video sound? Okay, I'm gonna work on it here. We got 10 minutes, so. I'm still working on it, guys. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on that patch, isn't there, Damsel Medic? 10 minutes. You know, I really don't know what the problem is because it shows up on my whatever it's called, I forget. OBS. So I'm trying to figure it out here. I'm kind of actually out of ideas. Let me see here. I'm gonna turn her sound back on. I'm gonna do this. Might help to refresh, might not. I doubt it, but. So I just wrote into the chat instead of talking into the mic. That's embarrassing. If your keyboard's muted, that's a thought. Let's just check. Let me try this too. If I change this and then maybe change back. Okay, let's see here. My problem is the sound is blaring in my ear. Let's see here. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna just kill the sound on this, and I'm gonna see if you guys can see. Let's see, device, video. Can you guys hear audio on this? Wow, no audio there, huh? So it must be a problem with... Do I dare shut this program down and then start it up again? I'm gonna try it. If something happens, we'll see. Close it. Uh-oh, now let's see what happens. Because maybe it's that, but I doubt it. Maybe OBS is muted. Good call. Let me look at that. That'd just make it super loud. Hey Clouds, can you help me? How do you unmute? You know what I'm saying? Can you guide me through that? Because I've got the chat open on my laptop here. Yeah, I can hear the sound and you guys can't, and it's showing up on my... Let me just put this back at 0, I guess, because usually I don't mess with those, but if you watch my OSB, you should be able to see it right now. Or no, you're seeing the video. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so I'll get her talking again and see how it's showing up. Should I try to oh, I can't restart OBS. It'll take my stream down, won't it? Yeah, I've never had this happen. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm probably going to have to start a new stream. Or let me just see what happens. Yeah, if I close this, it's going to stop streaming. But maybe it'll keep it open if I pop right back on. So maybe try sticking there. Otherwise, if it doesn't see, I'll put in the chat or something if it disappears. If there's a new link. So I'm trying it right now. Thanks guys for showing up. Hopefully I come right.
At T0, the rocket is released from the hold down clamps for liftoff. After which the strongback, which is the white truss section that you see there behind the rocket, that will fully retract away, clearing the way for F9's ascent. Dragon is performing its own final health checkouts to make sure all of its primary systems are ready for its rendezvous with the space station. Range remains green for launch. Weather, winds are still, we're keeping an eye on those. Currently showing at 18 miles per hour from the north-northwest, but still within our limits. So with that, everything is green for takeoff. Just under the 3-minute mark before launch. Let's listen into the nets for the last few minutes of terminal count.
See, that's what, you know what Adam Fink said on his live stream or whatever tonight? He said, he was talking about the World War III or whatever, the final battle, you know, and he said, they'll be sending rockets up at New Jerusalem, but I think he meant like weapon rockets, and I'm like, they are right now. They're shooting rockets up at New Jerusalem. That is exactly what they're doing. But so I thought that was funny. I'll probably have to make a little clip of that sometime. I love Adam. People misunderstand me when I talk about certain things because I'm just blunt, and maybe I can work on that, but let's see here.
And stage 2 lock slot is closed down.
Alright, I'll just come back after the launch, or maybe right in the middle of it, we'll see, and we'll go full screen. Thanks for your help, guys. Sorry about that. That was awful hard to get the
Vehicles in
volume to
startup.
stay up.
Dragon is in startup. LD, go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff. Carpe diem, Dragon 1.
Vehicle is pushing downrange. Now 1 deep pass.
Power and telemetry nominal.
At T plus 45 seconds, Falcon 9 has cleared the towers, and the final Dragon 1 flight is underway. Everything looking nominal
Falcon
for
9
stage
is
1.
supersonic.
We heard the call out that the vehicle is supersonic.
Vehicle is experiencing maximum dynamic pressure.
And there we heard the call out for max Q. Coming up next, there are 5 events that will be happening in rapid succession. Main engine cutoff, or as you'll see in the event tracker on the bottom of your screen, MECO. Then stage separation, second engine start, or SES-1, followed by a boost back burn of the first stage and Dragon nose cone deploy. Main engine cutoff for MECO is where all 9 M1D engines on first stage will shut down. This is immediately followed by stage separation, where the first and second stages will separate. A few seconds later, MVAC, or the M Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage, will ignite and begin to boost Dragon to low Earth orbit.
Impact shield started.
So again, MECO, stage sep, SES-1, all happening in quick succession. Let's tune in.
Stage separation confirmed.
And there on the right-hand side of your screen, and by the cheers in the crowd behind me, we have visual confirmation of second engine start as that warm glow begins to build around the MVAC nozzle. On the left-hand side of your screen, we have an amazing visual of the first stage as it is performing its boost back burn. Now, this is the first of 3 maneuvers that the first stage will be performing. As Jesse mentioned earlier, we will be landing back at landing zone 1 on the coast of Florida at Cape Canaveral. So the first stage has to completely reorient itself and head back west. It was flying east, now it's going to flip around, head back west towards the Cape during this boost back burn, which should be ending in 5 seconds. MVAC is looking good. Everything nominal with our temperature and power
Stage 1
readings
boost
there.
back shut down.
And we can see on the left-hand side of our screen that the boost back burn has completed. Second stage looking good as Dragon is on its way to the International Space Station.
Vehicle is on a nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal in Bermuda. order to make its way back to landing zone 1, the first stage executes a series of 3 burns. The first of which you just saw is the boost back burn, and as Kate mentioned, this is meant to slow the rocket down and orient it for re-entry. It also helps Falcon 9 laterally return to the landing zone. Then shortly after this first burn is initiated, the grid fins, which are located near the top of the first stage, are deployed to help guide the rocket during descent. We're not showing a live view of the first stage right now because it's pretty dark, so you can't see it. But what you're seeing on your screen is the second stage continuing on its way to its targeted orbit. So then following the boost back burn, Falcon 9 executes its re-entry burn to slow itself down before hitting the dense part of the atmosphere. And then the last of the 3 burns is the landing burn, which begins just before touchdown, and that's to slow the vehicle down rapidly right before landing. So far, second stage is still looking good. It's T plus 5 minutes, and the second stage is taking Dragon to its targeted orbit. We've had an on-time liftoff just a few minutes ago, and we're just about a minute away from that second burn on the first stage, that entry burn. Again, if we do land our first stage tonight, it will be our 50th landing. Second stage
Vehicle continues to follow
look
nominal trajectory.
And there's that call out for nominal trajectory. If you're just now joining us, it's T plus 6 minutes, and we're about 30 seconds away from the first stage entry burn, which will then be followed by the landing burn and landing of the first stage on our landing zone 1 in Cape Canaveral. So you can see on your left-hand screen, this is a view from the first stage. You can see Earth with all the lights lighting up the ground. Once that entry burn begins, we should be able to see that light up that screen on the left side.
Stage 1, entry burn, startup.
And there it is. Entry burn has started. This burn will last about 20 seconds long. Again, as I mentioned earlier, there's those grid fins that you can see on your left-hand screen near the top of the first stage. That's guiding the vehicle
entry burn shutdown
to the landing zone. And there's that shutdown of that entry burn. So we're just about 40 seconds away or so from the landing burn start. The landing burn will last about 30 seconds before the vehicle touches down. Second stage is still looking nominal. And it is a bit dark since it is nighttime over there in Cape Canaveral,
Stage
but
1, entry
we should be able to get a live view of this landing.
Stage 1, landing burn, startup.
And there's that landing burn starting.
Stage 1, landing leg deploy.
And the Falcon has landed for the 50th time in SpaceX history. What an amazing live view all the way to touchdown.
Stage 1, nominal landing confirmed.
What an awesome view of our first stage for the 50th time. Congratulations to the entire SpaceX team for another successful landing.
All right. Who's a Bible believer? I got to convict people right now. Who believes? Who believes the testimony that John gave us? it's actually the testimony of Jesus, but John wrote it down in a book, and we have a copy of that book. Who believes that book? I do. So we just watched, literally, and here's the thing, people discount this whole thing that's happening because they're really not thinking of the reality of the situation. God is in heaven above. That's about really all I should have to say. We're watching a rocket launch. Where do rockets go? They go up into the sky. And I'm actually going to be doing a video. I don't know exactly what will be in it, but I was going to probably name it, What is the Sky? What is the sky? Because in the Bible, as many of us are well aware and been talking about, is there's a firmament, and there is not a world past that firmament. It's a celestial realm. It's spiritual. It is the heavenly realm. And in Ezekiel, and it's also clear in Revelation that there's a dragon that is in that darkness. There's a dragon. John looked up, and he saw a wonder in heaven of a dragon. Okay, and it was a red dragon. And the interesting thing about that is the Red Dragon mission that SpaceX had, that the Crew Dragon was going to be part of that mission. And the Crew Dragon is not the one we just watched launch. That's a cargo dragon, but the other one that they're making, or that they're going to be making now, which has already been up to the space station. And here's the thing, a lot of people discount this whole thing because they say, oh, that space is fake. Or they say, because they don't believe these things that are happening. Well, let me explain to you why you don't believe these things that are happening. Because you were made into a witness. You bear witness to something that the rest of the world doesn't. A very small group of people bear witness to something that they can't not see. They can't unsee the truth. And it's truth about the world. If you look on the right side of the screen right now, you don't live on that cartoon. And there's kind of, a couple ways to look at this. The stuff we're watching on the screen right now could be physically real as far as we are concerned on the earth. But when it goes into that darkness up above the air, it's kind of hard to have air next to a vacuum. And so, of course, they have an explanation for this because they believe it's reality. So, strong delusion. The space station, this dragon that we just watched launch, it goes up and it gives the space station its power. And it resupplies and brings all the cargo to and from, and it's in the Bible here. But in Ezekiel, the Lord says that they would make the images of abomination and detestable things, and they would put them in God's secret place. And then in Psalm 18, it says that he made darkness his secret place, and that the darkness is under his feet. So that big universe, that's a small thing. And actually what it is it's the waters above. It's the dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. his pavilion round about him. So where's New Jerusalem? This is something that doesn't seem to connect, in a realistic way, I guess, with a lot of people. I think they believe in it, but do they really? I don't think they understand the nature of it. Okay, I'm kind of sick of SpaceX. Let me play a video that you guys might enjoy. Let me just pause her. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to video.
And you'd made some money from the sale of PayPal. You decided to build a space company. Why on earth would someone do that?
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
The goal of SpaceX is to try to advance rocket technology, and in particular to try to crack a problem that I think is vital for humanity to become a spacefaring civilization.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Which is to have a rapidly and fully reusable rocket.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
What are the things that need to happen in order for the future to be an exciting and inspiring one? And I really think there's a fundamental difference if you sort of look into the future between a humanity that is a spacefaring civilization that's out there exploring the stars on multiple planets. And I think that's really exciting, and compared with one where we are forever confined to Earth until at some eventual extinction event.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
But the big innovation is still ahead, and you're working on it now. Tell us about this.
It's important that the rocket stages be able to come back, to be able to return to the launch site and be ready to launch again within a matter of hours.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reusable rocket.
Yes.
I guess paves the way for your dream to actually at some point, to take humanity to Mars at scale.
SpaceX or some combination of companies and governments need to make progress in the direction of making life multiplanetary, of establishing a base on another planet, on Mars being the only realistic option, and then building that base up until we're a true multi-planet species.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven.
In April 2016, SpaceX announced that they are planning to send a mission to Mars, potentially as soon as 2018. This mission, known as Red Dragon, would be privately funded, receive support and guidance from NASA.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads.
Meet the Dragon 2, a capsule currently being developed by SpaceX as the successor to their original Dragon capsule, which has been supplying the International Space Station since 2012.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
How have you done this? These projects are these PayPal, SolarCity, Tesla, SpaceX, they're so spectacularly different. They're such ambitious projects at scale. How on earth has one person been able to innovate in this way? What is it about you? Almost no one can do that.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Elon Musk, I wish we had all day, but thank you so much for coming today. Thank you.
Thought you lost me, huh? So yeah, I have a couple clips, fun clips to play, in a minute. Actually, I'll do that now. Okay, Anthony, can you put a link to that channel? Can't even remember what it was called. His name was Austin. A channel I watched a video from last night that was, he seems like a really good guy. Like as far as where he places his trust or his faith, and yeah, I couldn't. I actually slept through half of it because I was really tired last night, but I went back and watched the rest of it today, and let's see here. Anthony says you should check out a few more of Austin's vids. I think he does some really good work, bro. I would have to agree. Thank you for the link down there. You guys should go click and subscribe to that channel. I can tell just by watching one video of his what he said in the video. And I'm not talking about a person being smart or a person being a truther like that. I'm talking about a person that seeks God and knows the power of the Godhead. Like, there is none else. And so I could just tell by watching his video that it was good. So, of course, I had to make a little video that had a couple clips out of it that he said some interesting things, and we might have watched them possibly tonight. And I don't think he really is on the same page here, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to show you. So, but there was another interesting thing that happened today. Marty Leeds went live, and I finally got him to see my comment one time, and he didn't quite understand what I was saying. So it's kind of funny. I like Marty, but it's kind of funny what it just went whew, right over his head, which it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Anytime someone brings up scripture and compares it with something in reality that's happening, it should be something that people at least look at. But so this is interesting. You guys will laugh, and I'll have to pause it a couple times. It's very short, but all I did was pull the clips out, so I'll have to pause it and explain my angle on what they're saying, because it's interesting stuff. But here's the clip.
Imagine this giant being that's obviously not just human, okay, just glowing.
Okay, I'm not trying to interrupt the whole thing he's doing, but this is Austin, and what was his channel name? Gets It or something like that? Maybe someone can put just the name of his channel. But he did a live stream, and it was good. It was very good. It was about the Tower of Babel, which is I first thing when I saw the title, I said, I hope he goes to the book of Jasher for this. And he did. Like, he was in there, and he obviously has read a lot of these, I think, very important texts that might not be in the Bible, but they're definitely accounts of the same stories. And so you get a different perspective by reading some of the other accounts. And they're very interesting. But so he said, what he's saying here, he's talking about, basically he's talking about the spirit or whatever of Nimrod. And he has some very interesting, if you guys haven't seen this channel or whatever, go to this channel and watch that Tower of Babel one that he just did last night. It was good. It's worth watching. Very insightful. And so here we go. Let's just, he's talking, I'm going to start it over. It's only 7 seconds. So I was thinking for some reason that I had Marty Leeds on here first. So maybe what I'm going to do is find that. Okay, you guys will laugh at this. And then we'll come back to Austin. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Hello, Marty Leeds. I keep trying to get you to talk about Revelation 13:13 and Elon Musk landing rockets. Well, Elon Musk is not landing rockets, so that's... so, I've done talking about that, because he doesn't land rockets. It's all a farce.
Well, at least, I guess I don't know what to say. At least he's accountable now. Maybe he'll look up Revelation 13:13 and figure out, oh yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so now we'll listen to Austin's video.
Imagine this giant being that's obviously not just human, okay, just glowing, levitating, flying.
Glowing, levitating, flying.
Really take it in. You may think you're super woke. Yeah. Well, talk to me when you see a giant dude that's glowing and floating and changing things in the sky.
Okay, that's floating, flying, and changing things in the sky. Elon Musk is doing that. We're going to go to YouTube for a minute. Okay, and we're going to do a quick search because I'm all worn out from the SpaceX video now. I don't need to see any more of that garbage. Okay, what do I type in? Another channel that is a good channel. Probably doesn't agree with me on anything I say, but he's got great videos nevertheless. And he only has 110 subscribers. He should have more, so go subscribe. Because Melgig has some awesome videos. And we're going to look at what Elon Musk has done to the sky. It's new. It's never happened in history before that these kind of things are happening up in heaven. So let's watch this called Starlink Satellites. This is Elon Musk. These are the satellites. He's launched 300 of these now. This is just one of the chains or trains or whatever of 60 of them. And we'll look at some other videos of his too. So they just keep going across the screen like that till 60 of them go by. We're going to look at a different video. Because he has a video where they're closer together. And that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. I should have had this ready or something, but I didn't. Let's see, where are they? Do you guys want to see a dragon up in heaven? Okay, this is two NASA space station Dragon launches, CRS-18. We just watched CRS-20. So let's see what Melgig, he's in the UK, I think, and so right about now or whatever time he would be out with his camera filming this. So let's just see what he filmed. There's the Dragon capsule. It's obviously not very high yet. So you'll see it uses its thrusters in a second. So you can see that it's not just a light, whatever it is, I don't know, I'm just saying. I know what it is. It's the devil, because that's what John tells us that in Revelation. There's war in heaven in Revelation 12. And I'll turn there while we're watching this dragon. This is just footage out that I don't know exactly what I'm not sure what he's using. It might be a P1000. Oh, kitty, my cat wants food. Let's see here. There's in Revelation 12 verse 9, I think it is. Yeah, it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So, you know, when dragon departs from the space station, that would be being cast out into the earth, wouldn't it? Because it lands on the earth then after that with a parachute. Okay, so there's that, but I want to show you some Starlink satellites that are a little bit closer together. Starlink passing over UK. We'll try this one. Whoops. Oh, that's not Starlink, is it? Oh, maybe this is a new video I haven't seen yet. Maybe that, I don't know what he titled it Starlink, but we're gonna watch a different one. Sorry, guys. Where is it? I think that must be it. It must be this one. Oh, that's the same one. We'll find it. Okay. Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. This is the one that's closer together. So Elon Musk is doing stuff to the sky, and here's some footage of it. Realize that that is what I consider to be heaven. That is the firmament. That is where the stars are. That is not a terrestrial place. It's not a place where anything of the flesh manifests. Anything corruptible can't manifest. So what it is it is defiling and polluting God's secret place with our images of abomination that we make. This is all in Ezekiel 7. The abominations that we make and pollute his sanctuary with. And so the holy city, or New Jerusalem, or Mount Zion, it's trodden underfoot right now, which is written about in the book of Daniel. And Jesus talked about the abomination of desolation when we see that. So what do I think that abomination that causes desolation or whatever is? Well, I think it's clearly the Falcon 9 rocket, because it's the dragon's tail, and it's like since 2015 they've been going up and down, getting out of their prison. Because I read on a video today, I read the book of, or the Ascension of Isaiah, and in that book it's very clear that the Satans, or Satan and his angels and Samuel or whatever and his host, that they are in the firmament of heaven, and they're below the first heaven, but they're in the firmament of heaven. They are where the stars are. And so what you're watching on your screen here is something that Elon Musk did to the sky, and we can watch it. I've seen those things with my eyes. Whoa, what was that? That was fast, whatever that was. So, there's that. And I don't have a ton more except for a video about Neuralink, something else Elon Musk is doing that sounds quite Revelation 13-ish, if you ask me. So let's go back to the video, and let's go to this video. I just realized that's not the right video, and I hope that that wasn't audio that gets me in trouble. That happens sometimes. Let's see here. Let me try to find a different video. I don't feel safe playing that any longer. I think I have it here. I just might take me a second to find it. You know, while we're waiting, we could watch... Oh, here. No, that's the live stream. I'm not playing that. I have the whole live stream of the Neuralink when they went public, but... Oh, here, the last vaccination? No, that's the same one. Sorry, guys. I will have to play that in another video, I think, unless I can find it, but... Why don't we watch Elon Musk, which one is this? No, that's not the right one. I always do this to you guys, don't I? I would say just a minute, just give me a second, and then it takes me forever to find it. And then I feel like I'm in a hurry, so I like kind of rush through everything. Well, let's check this video out. This is a pretty good one. Uh-oh. Now my program's gonna quit on me. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, I think it just did. Let me try this. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, I think I got an issue here. Let's see if I can go to desktop. I can't do nothing now. Nice, huh? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm locked up. So I'm gonna try to... It's gonna start up with a video. Or it might start up with a video of Kermit the Frog on there. We'll see. Or it might start off where we left off. I don't know. The last time it shut down. Oh, wow. What do you guys got? You still got that gross brain screen or whatever? Oh, now it's not. Okay, I think it's starting up. So what I might have to do is just say, it's not working good. Let me see. Yeah, it won't even start up now. I'm trying again. Third try. Okay. I'm having issues, so I think I'm just going to have to end the stream. So you guys all just watched a dragon go into the firmament, or it could also be said that we all just watched a dragon deceiving the world, making them believe that there's a space station in the firmament, and the whole world is worshiping it, and the dragon, they believe in it, instead of what's really there is the land of God's elect ones, the holy city. Hey, my program started up. So maybe not be done. Let's see here. And it's on the same. There's a good chance that it's not going to work. It's not working right now. But yeah, it's going to work. Trying some different videos. No, that's not working. Not working. Okay. Well, I tried. And thank you guys all for hanging out. And I will probably go live tomorrow sometime. Have a good night. Or today, actually. Later on today. Whatever. You guys all have a good night. Thanks. Bye.